And we say good morning to you. We are broadcasting live. Hello, how are you on a rainy, snowy, I guess. They're calling for snow this afternoon. We'll see. It's not snowing now. It's raining where we are here in the heart of Elizabethton, Tennessee. See what we got here for the official temperature right now. See what you, Storm Tracker Sacker, he's not here yet to give us an official forecast. So let's see what we got here. Weather-wise, we're currently at 43. Feels like 36, rain around us, supposed to turn to snow later this afternoon. We'll see. A lot of snow above us on the map, but nothing right around here for the immediate future, so that's okay. We'll weather the storm, as they say. We'll ride it out. We're here with a brand new drink, the seasonal key lime at all Chick-fil-A's. Brand new, kicked off today. We're going to taste test it here in a few minutes. Also, the grilled spicy deluxe new sandwich here at Chick-fil-A. So we'll take a look at both of those and get a chance to sample those. I think she is here. In fact, I know she is. We're going to do a little sample test coming up here in a few minutes of the seasonal key lime. It's a brand new drink. They've never had it here. Of course, that'll be here for a while. Another spring drink. Then you turn around and get the peach milkshake. So here we are on the 6th day of January. Do we have any notable birthdays, Mrs. DeMoss? Any famous birthdays? We do have famous birthdays we're going to talk about. Okay, she's here. She's been off, and we're back and ready to go at Northeast Community Credit Union. Leslie, not with us today. We'll have Brandon Sweeney coming up a little bit later on. We got the NFL playoff set, college football set coming up this week, the semifinals. We'll get Andrea's take on Texas and Ohio State and Penn State and Notre Dame. We'll see what she thinks about those games. She may say, don't care. So, don't know. We'll find out. But we are going to get you ready to go with the national anthem. Here we go on show number 2210. We'll just keep clicking them off. And so here we go. National anthem. How about Daniel McCauley? He's not singing for a while. Daniel, come up here and sing a buddy. Let it rip. Daniel's done graduated, went off to college. So here he is, Daniel McCauley with the national anthem on show number 2210 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in there, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Great job, Daniel. Thank you, sir. We're here live again at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth. And Loda Junior Campbell, famous birthday was yesterday. Junior had a birthday. Floyd Nave, Jonathan Morton watching today already. Thank you. Andrea joins us here momentarily. We will. She's got some birthdays she wants to pass on to us. She kind of did my homework for me today, and I appreciate that. It is peppering down the rain, 43 degrees. Again, we missed the snow. I'm okay with that. I know up home where my brother in West Virginia, talked to him, had a foot and still coming down, he said. So I said, well, you boys can have it up there. We're okay down here. Now, we're supposed to get the apocalyptic snowstorm coming up this weekend. We're supposed to this weekend, past. We missed that one, so will we get it? I don't know. They keep saying all the computer models are lining up to get snow. You know, if you it's kind of like you're shooting basketball. You keep shooting one of those times, it will go in. And so if you keep squawking it's going to snow, at some point it will snow. They're going to go, see, we told you. But we'll see. But for now, they are calling for some snow this afternoon. We'll see if that happens. I've got my thoughts on that. But it is that would watch. I'll be the one in the snowbank doing a live show from down in the snowdrift making fun of it. So, anyway, we're here. We thank you for being with us. Some have been very inconvenienced with the snows. We're not making sport of it, but way I look at it, I told a guy the other day, we're halfway through winter. No, we're not. I said, oh yeah, yeah. We start potentially getting cold and crummy weather around here in November. We missed it in November, missed it in December. Here we are on the 6th day of January. Missed it for all intents and purposes so far. Now I know other parts of the Tri-Cities yesterday and to the north of us, up around Abington, up in there, they had some snow and icy roads, and I get that. But I'm just talking about where I'm at, and so where I'm at right now, it's okay. She's here. We want to get her on and let her start talking because she's got lots to tell us about. Find out what's going on at the training center. We're all here thanks to Port of Elizabeth, our title sponsor. So we'll come right back and we'll check in with the lady. She's in the house. Andrea DeMoss from Northeast Community Credit Union. We'll take a look at NFL football. The playoffs are set. Got down to the last couple of days. Denver shuts out Kansas City. So what is your take on that? They set all their starters. Kansas City gets shut out, get beat like a drum. And I'm thinking, no, there's something's not right about that, and I can't put my finger on it. But so Denver, by blistering the Chiefs, a couple of teams got knocked out of the playoffs because I wouldn't say they threw the game, but when you don't play your starters and you get beat to the tune they got beat, the teams got knocked out. You hear it all the time. It's not fair. It's not right, but it really isn't. Because on paper, going into that ball game, Kansas City, the two-time defending Super Bowl champions, are prohibitive favorite and should have taken care of business. So I don't know what that means when their starters aren't in. They're a very average football team. I don't think they're going to get back to the Super Bowl. I just don't, but that's just me. So hello, Jessica Hawkins. How you doing, lady? Anyway, Chiefs got blistered yesterday by the Broncos. That knocked out a couple of teams that were hoping to get in. We'll take a look at who's in, who's out, and it's going to be a great weekend for the NFL. Maybe the best weekend of the year. You got all those wild card games. You got 2 on Saturday, 3 on Sunday, 1 on Monday. So you got a chance to see a lot of football if you're a NFL football junkie coming up this weekend. All right, she's here. She's going to join us right after this from Ford of Elizabethton on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Ford of Elizabethton, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
So here's the deal. An opportunity presented itself for me to come check the dealership out. They said it might be for sale. My wife, my mother-in-law, both of my sisters happened to come last September, and we ended up at the Covered Bridge event, and we just thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, it was a blast. We weren't planning on being there for that. It just so happened the time that we came, the Covered Bridge event was going on, and we just loved it. We loved the community. We loved the energy, the vibe, and we felt like it would be a great opportunity for us to serve the community. Because every time I look at a store, I always look at how could we improve the community, how could we create jobs, how could we improve the business. And the upside was so tremendous in the Elizabethton community. I just felt like we could come make a big difference, and we've been able to do it.
You have. Ford, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Elizabethton. Social media, how do we find you?
So Ford of Elizabethton, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Elizabethton. We're on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. We're everywhere. And we're ready to serve the community, sell cars, and make some happy customers.
Amen. What's the hours you're open, sir?
So we're open at 7:37 in service, and we're open at 8:30 in sales. We stay open until 7.
Our title sponsor, the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports, Ford of Elizabethton, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. One of our great sponsors on Cyclone Football, again, the great folks at Ivy Hall Nursing Home. Joseph Taylor, tell us what it's all about.
Yes, sir. We specialize in short-term rehab or long-term care. We accept all major insurances. We accept Medicare, Medicaid. What we really love is people that come in that have had a knee replacement, hip replacement, come to Ivy Hall for some inpatient rehab. We have physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We have a full-time respiratory therapist. And Tom, you can see I'm a big guy, so you know I like food. I know good food, and Ivy Hall specializes in home-cooked meals, three good meals a day. You can catch me every day right at the door getting my tray myself.
There you go. That's awesome. How do we find out more about Ivy Hall on social media?
Yes, sir. We have a Facebook page, Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Facebook, or a website, ivyhallnursing.com.
One of our great sponsors, folks. Glad to have them on board. Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. This will be the Rose and the Thorn segment. Here we are. She's here. Welcome back, by the way. You were off last week. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Ashley did a great job, as always. Appreciate
She's the
her.
best.
She is. She's a hoot. We
Yes.
started talking football, and I mentioned the Titans, and about 2
That's
minutes
a
later, she was done. I said, okay.
Soft spot for her.
Oh, that hit a nerve for sure. So, do you have a hello, Lee Foley? How you doing? And Betty Perry and Derek Nave. Do you have a pro football team you like?
Not at this time.
Not at this time.
And
Okay.
so it's kind of how it is with the ways of life. But
That's it. You're busy.
the hubby is for Broncos. Well, bless them. We
Well.
have yet to see a phenomenal season.
Yeah,
So maybe one day.
maybe one day. Well,
I
they're in
kind of
the
root for them.
they're in the playoffs, I think, aren't
yeah,
they?
that's.
I think they
I
made the
haven't really
playoffs.
been keeping up as much. About 2 weeks ago, I think was the last game I seen. So
Yeah. I have it right here. Now, you have some birthdays
We
you
do.
told me to look up for?
Sure.
Okay, would you please look up?
I
Who-
sure will. So the Pioneer Woman is 56 today. Her name is Ree Drummond. I'm sure you all have seen at Walmart.
The Pioneer Woman.
All the selling of her casserole dishes and pots and pans. She lives on a fancy ranch, and her husband ranches and does all the cattle and everything
The
all day. And she cooks all day. And so, win-win.
See, I asked Andrea, I said, hey, would you look up birthdays for me today? I would have never in 100 years said, I don't even know who this lady is. A Pioneer Woman, she's having a birthday, and she cooks and bakes,
Yeah.
and her husband runs the farm, and she
And it's a big one.
sells stuff at Walmart, is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
She's Pioneer Woman, she's having a birthday. Okay, what's her
See,
name again?
Ree
Drummond? Ree Drummond. Learn something new.
Marie is her name, but she goes by Ree.
So you turn Andrea over on the birthdays, and she comes up with Ree Drummond. All right, anybody else that jumps out at you?
You know, we got Rowan Atkinson. He's 70 today, and he is famously known for Mr. Bean and Johnny English. I'm sure there's others that he has
Okay.
played in. I can't really remember, but the face really.
I'm over two. Okay, you want? Let's show his
Okay.
picture.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we'll blow him
Oh,
up
we
there.
definitely.
Rowan Atkinson. There you
Yeah.
go. Put that up there. Look here. She's right. She knows what to do. We've been doing this. You've been coming in here,
He's
what,
a
3
funny
years,
guy.
3 or 4 years, 3 years? How long
It's
we've
been a
been
long
working
time.
together?
It's
Yeah.
been more than I can count.
There you go. So she just knew to put it up on the screen. So we have any more? Do you want to?
We do. We have The Walking Dead.
Okay.
I know that we know who that is, right? He goes by Norman Reedus. He's
Norman?
56 today as well.
Oh, Norm's having a birthday.
Yeah.
All right.
Walking
56.
Dead. Here he
With
is
the
right
Walker.
here.
Oh, we're going to blow him up too. Okay, that's
Yeah.
good. So we're doing birthdays today, celebrity
Yeah.
birthdays. All right.
There he is.
Norm looks like he's had a rough day when he got that picture taken.
Yeah, he
So,
does very well acting in The Walking Dead. I'm sure he plays
I've
the
never
part just
seen
fine.
I've never seen The Walking Dead. I have no clue.
Ashley is a big fan.
That's our. Oh, is she really?
Oh yeah,
So a big fan of him or big fan of the show?
just The Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead. Okay. Never seen the first episode. Am I missing a lot by not watching it?
I have seen maybe one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, well, you and I kind of mirror our taste for programming. So if you've watched it once and didn't do anything for you, then I'm probably not missing anything. The Walking Dead, Pioneer Woman, and then Rowan Atkinson with the Johnny English. Is that right?
Mr. Bean.
Mr.
and
Bean.
Johnny English. I
Johnny
think.
English. Okay. So,
He's really usually funny in his acting.
I love it.
So
I've just learned 3 new things today. None of those would I have told you were having a birthday because I don't know anything about him, but we turned it over to Mrs. DeMoss, and she came through flying colors. Now, your husband's football team is playing.
oh good.
They've got the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
The Bills got beat by New England yesterday. So you said here, I do. I go, okay. We're in the world of professional sports and gambling, and so are these games being thrown? The Patriots couldn't play dead all season long. They come up and beat the Bills. Okay, the Broncos beat the Chiefs because the Chiefs set all their starters, a lot of the starters. That's not to put down your husband's team or the Denver Broncos, but they didn't play with their full arsenal, if you will, their players. Patrick Mahomes being one of those, sit down, didn't play. But anyway, the Broncos will play the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
The Ravens will play the Steelers this weekend, and the Texans will play the Chargers. Chiefs get a bye. They're number 1 team in the AFC. Then you go to the NFC, the Eagles and the Packers, the Buccaneers and Washington, and the Rams and the Vikings, and the Lions get a bye. So that's your teams. We start the playoffs this weekend. As we said, two 2 games on Saturday. We'll give those for you in a minute. 3 on Sunday and 1 on Monday night. So we got a lot of football. Then you've got the college playoffs coming up. You've got Ohio State and Texas. What's your gut feeling on that one? Who do you like? You like the Buckeyes or the Longhorns?
So anyone that is playing the Chiefs, I will be rooting for the opposing team.
All right. You don't like the Chiefs.
No.
I don't like them either because I'm a Raiders guy, and we don't like the Chiefs. Never have, never will. So there you go.
No.
So you like the Chiefs, or anybody playing the Chiefs. The Chiefs get a week off. So then we'll get into those games: Bills, Broncos, Ravens, Steelers, Texans, Chargers. I can't remember who's. I think the winner.
I just don't like when anyone, even Alabama, I would want them to beat Ohio.
Okay. So college football, pick it here. You've got Texas against Ohio State. Who do you like in that one?
Texas.
All right, taking Texas because you don't like Ohio State. All right. Then the other game, you have Penn State playing Notre Dame.
I got to go with Notre Dame because they beat Indiana.
Okay. There you go. And Indiana's their team, so her and Hub's team. Hello, Karen Snyder. Hello to Jesse Harden. Hello to Lisa Perkins. Thank you, ladies, for watching the show. And, guys, we're here live again at Chick-fil-A. The new drink, the Seasonal Key Lime. And the new sandwich out is the Grilled Spicy Deluxe. We're going to do a taste test coming up here in a few minutes. The Seasonal Key Lime. Looks good up there on the screen. It's a good-looking picture. It looks appetizing. I'm not sure what's in it. Obviously, lime's going to be in it. I would assume some lemonade, but I don't know that. But Molly's going to be here in a little while to do a taste test on the air, so we'll see how that goes. And then we got the new sandwich out, the Grilled Spicy Deluxe. At least it's the sandwich. I'm thinking it's always been there. Maybe they revamped it. We'll let her tell us all about that. But that's the 2 new ones came out today, brand spanking new. We're here live again at Chick-fil-A. She, of course, we are with her from Northeast Community Credit Union. What's going on? What's the latest in the training center?
We are completed. It is basically completed, and we've got our back office folks and all of that over in that department. And so we have all shifted offices and just went first floor, second floor, for, we're moving all around. We are accommodating our Nottini branch employees for the next month or so, and then we're hoping the Nottini branch will be operable in our temporary location. So it's a temporary building that we had brought in, and that won't be the building forever, but to be in operation, in full operation, we will have that up and running. Hopefully, I don't like to give dates.
Right.
We've learned.
To be determined.
Sooner than later.
Yeah, sooner than later. There you go. Now, for those of you who are watching for the first time and don't know why the branch closed, we had that big flood, and it impacted that particular branch, and so it got shut down. And of course, it's been condemned. You got to clean it up. So, in the meantime, they're trying to find a new location. They're working on that. Coretta Clowney, hello, lady down in Union, South Carolina. Said, I've been missing for a few minutes. Happy to be back on the Tom Daly Sports Show. Thank you, ma'am. You watch every day. Appreciate you. Becky Muncie, yonder way down in, oh, gosh, I can't remember which county you're in. McMahon County? No, Union County? You'll have to tell me which county you're in. I've forgotten. I'm sorry. Lisa Perkins, Lee Foley, thank you, sir. Jesse Harden, Karen Snyder, Leslie Taylor, Irene Bailey, Tammy Troutman, one of our great sponsors from the Eagle Center, Derek Nave, Betty Perry, Jimmy Stout down in Georgia, Linda Birchfield from here local, Jessica Hawkins, and Floyd Nave, some of the folks watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So the training center is open.
Yes.
Up and running. The other headquarters, main branch, if you will, has been gutted. You're going through some changes there too, right? Tell us about that.
We're working all the way through it, and every time you come in, there's something different. It looks like an industrial building. I kind of like the look, but we are going to complete it. There's going to be some awesome colors, some revamp, new material. It's going to be awesome when it's all said and done, and that will be done sooner than later as well. We are still operating in that construction, so they are working day and night, and we've got our Johnson City location off of West Oakland Avenue and our Roe Mountain location off of 19E. So we're still operating out of those 3 right now and soon be 4 again. You can basically do any convenient service on our website, bemycu.org, and you can also open an account or get pre-approved for a loan on our website at bemycu.org. That is so important because when you go vehicle shopping, you will already know what you're going in, what you will settle for, how much you are approved for, and it's a much better feeling. So if you have any questions, just call us at 423-547-1200.
Mrs. Troutman says, just saying, who doesn't know the Pioneer Woman? So that is a obvious slap at me, and you're giggling, so I guess I'm the lost ball in high weeds here. I didn't know. Had no clue who the Pioneer Woman was. Reed Drummond. She been out there for a while?
She is hard to not watch. When you watch her, it's hard not to watch because she's so well-spoken and she's calm and she makes the craziest things ever. And her house is immaculate.
Right. What's supposed to be? It's on TV.
Well, I guess it's their ranch. I mean, it's,
pretty
basically
spiffy.
like the Yellowstone, just, cooking.
Right.
But yeah, it's really fascinating. And so, yeah, Tammy, you're
Yeah.
right.
She's right. Okay. So I'm a dweeb. So there you go. I had no clue. But so when I go home, I'm going to look this thing up. Look her up, brother. Do I just type in the Pioneer Woman? So
Yeah,
what
that's all you got to do.
Yeah. Pioneer Woman, and she sells cookware. Is that right? And recipes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we would get those at our local retail outlet, Walmart.
I believe it's Walmart, probably a lot more now.
Okay. So she's having a birthday today. Reed Drummond. She's 56, Pioneer Woman. So apparently I'm out in left field again on this one. So hello, Tommy Richardson. Hello to Judy Goodwin. Hello to Jim Parker. Thanks for watching. So today, one of our celeb birthdays, Reed Drummond, the Pioneer Woman. So I guess I'm going to regret letting you get those birthdays because I would have never mentioned her because I don't know who she is. But I let Mrs. DeMoss do that, and so apparently I've opened up the floodgates.
I pulled through.
Oh, so I'm going to hear all about this next time I go to the Eagle Center. So you really don't know the Pioneer Woman? Really? I'm just saying. You don't know the Pioneer Woman? Really? Okay, I don't. So, but I'm learning. I'm going to go home today and do my homework. Tomorrow we're going to a brand new location, brand new sponsor on board. We're going to be at Pizza Inn tomorrow, so we'll be there.
Cool.
And so in between the rotini noodles and the sketty sauce and sketty and the pizza and the chocolate pudding down on the end of the bar, the buffet bar, I will have done my homework for the Pioneer Woman. So there you go.
I used to work there.
Pizza Inn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, them waitresses,
They hustle it.
they do.
They're
they
moving.
make your dressing and they fill up the salad bar. Well, it might have changed. It's been a long time since I've been there, but that is a fast-paced job, and it is something I feel like everyone should have to go do for a year, is to go serve tables.
Right. Get to deal with the general public.
You appreciate it
Yep.
for what they do. They've got great staff.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Eric Wilson runs the place. Of course, played basketball at Elizabeth, and now he's the general manager. And he said, we want to be on the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. And I said, you're on. So we finagled some people around to make sure, because we really don't have any room, but we made room for them. So Pizza Inn is now on. We'll be there tomorrow. So you wait at tables.
Yes.
How did you handle it? Because Mrs. DeMoss is a little feisty. So when somebody would not treat you very nice or was kind of rude to you as a waitress, did you smile big?
I'll have
Did you
to
throw the
say,
food at them? What did you do to them?
I have to say I had never had a rude customer.
Didn't have rude? No.
No.
Because you kill them with kindness. Very good.
That's right.
Like you do in your
never
job
did.
now. Yeah.
Well, you just got to get their order and then get their drinks. You're not
Yeah.
really serving their food unless they order a specific,
Right.
menu item.
Just-
But it's an appreciation, that a newfound appreciation after
Yeah.
you do it.
Mm-hmm. So, plus, if you ever put a pedometer on your pants and walking, I bet you walked a mile, 2 miles a day.
I kind of took it as I'm hustling. Like I felt like it was a game every time I walked into work because you had to hustle.
Had to hustle it.
I had that mentality.
Yeah. Had to move it. You're moving.
Had to move.
Yeah, moving on. So anyway, Pizza Inn will be there tomorrow. By then, we will have done our homework on Pioneer Woman. You will learn more tomorrow than you've ever wanted to learn. I will have her blood type, I'm going to have her social.
I want to know if they actually own that ranch.
Okay.
I
We'll
think they do, but
we'll find out if they own the ranch or just set up for TV purposes. We'll find out. So, do you know where the?
they seem pretty legit.
Okay. Do you know what state it's in? Where the ranch is at? Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, West Virginia,
I want to say Arkansas, but that don't
Arkansas.
sound right.
We'll find out.
You find out. I'm
Yeah.
not for sure on that.
I will report back to you, Mrs. DeMoss, on the status of the Pioneer Woman, Ree Drummond. All right.
Perfect.
Before we let you go, school's getting ready to start back up on Wednesday for a lot of places around here, weather permitting, of course. We have credit unions inside the schools. Tell folks about that, how you're teaching them to do the basics that we didn't learn when we were in school. My father taught me, but we didn't have the classes or the opportunities you're providing. So tell us what you guys are doing, because it's an awesome thing, I think.
Bryson Brown is our student school branch coordinator now, and he goes to all 5 high schools in Carter County, and he is teaching them all of the free financial literacy as far as balancing a drawer, how to build your credit, how to open an account,
Good
how
stuff.
to look for fraudulent checks. There is an abundance of information. And I will say it really feels good when you feel like you did make a difference. I was at Food City, and one of their managers, he is a young boy to me. I mean, he's still doing great. He's a manager, but he said, "You came to my class one time." And I was like, "You look so familiar." But he said, "That really helped me."
There you go.
And I think that's no focus on me personally. That really just makes you feel good that they've listened to one thing you said.
Absolutely.
And you did hopefully make a difference, and they took one thing away. So, yeah, he's there at every school 5 days a week, and it's awesome.
Yes, you're doing a great job.
Yeah.
Awesome job. So, again, giving these kids the opportunity in school, because we didn't have that when I was growing up, I can tell you. So, as I said, my father set us down as boys and said, "Here's how you do this, do this, do this." Some don't have that opportunity, and they're doing that under the umbrella of NCCU, Northeast Community Credit Union. We're passing out shirts. Coming up on Thursday, we'll be at Westside Elementary. Friday, we'll be at Harold McCormick Elementary. It's the Readers Are Winners. Second 9 weeks, we'll be passing out T-shirts to the top 5 in each grade, K through 5, at each school. And we'll bring them into a school assembly in front of their peers. We'll call out their names. The teachers have accumulated the the minutes through the reading. They take the logs home, fill them out, bring them back. Parents, guardians, whoever they're living with, will fill them out and send them back to the school. They tabulate them, top 5 in each grade. We'll be there on Thursday, as we said, at Westside. Friday, we'll be at Harold McCormick. The next week, one of those days will be at Eastside Elementary to pass out T-shirts to the little people who are all jacked up get these T-shirts. So,
Yes.
And they're
Yes.
Readers Are Winners T-shirts. Northeast Community Credit Union is printing those. They're black this time around.
They
Is that right?
are.
Yep. Black T-shirts. Readers Are Winners with NCCU, the Tom Dilley Sports Show logo on it, which is what you see up there in the corner. And so these kids, it's a big deal. And I see them these kids wear them all the time. I see them everywhere we go. In fact, I was in Dollywood. It's been 3 or 4 or 5 weeks ago now. I was in Dollywood and looked up, and here comes a kid down over the hill. Mr. Tom had a Tom Dilley Sports Show, Readers Are Winners T-shirt on, meandering through Dollywood. So I thought it was cool. They're everywhere.
I think that's awesome.
It is, and we cannot thank you all enough, you being the credit union, for taking on the financial. It's not cheap to do shirts, and they're doing it because this is a great cause. We'll run the promo here as she leaves in a minute, but we're talking about Readers Are Winners, and it's all about giving these kids a leg up in reading, and they're buying into it. This is our second year. These kids are into it now, big time.
They're so excited
Yeah.
every time we come, and we're just glad to be able to do it. It's a fun part of my job.
Yep. It is. We'll be together again to do that coming up. There it is right there, the Readers Are Winners promo. So anything you need from Northeast Community Credit Union, go to the website, which is
BeMyCU.org.
there you go, BeMyCU.org. Today it's Ree Drummond Day today, the Pioneer Woman. So we will have our research done tomorrow when we're at Pizza Inn. Thank you, lady.
Thank you.
Get you something good to eat because you've earned it. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We'll take a look at the NFL. The playoffs are set. We'll look at that next year on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're back. We're ready to go. Andrew Lewis, Northeast Community Credit Union. Readers are winners. Year number 2. We're jacked up to do it again this year.
We're so excited.
Yep, we are excited. And so it's a chance for these kids at Eastside Elementary, Westside Elementary, and Harold McCormick Elementary win some cool prizes for reading. What's going on?
The first 9 weeks, we're going to be giving out those cool water bottles.
Mm-hmm.
Second 9 weeks, T-shirts.
T-shirts with a new design.
Absolutely, new color, all that fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The third 9 weeks, we're going to have a sweet new sticker. We'll get more into that later.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Whole point is readers are winners. Year number 2 at the 3 elementary schools and Elizabethton City Schools. Thanks to Northeast Community Credit Union. They're paying for all this through their corporate sponsor, and we love them for doing that. The bottom line is leaders are readers, readers are winners. Year number 2, getting ready to get started up soon, like right now, right away, for all these youngsters, again, at Harold McCormick, Westside and Eastside Elementary. Big thanks to Northeast Community Credit Union for partnering with us to do readers are winners in Elizabethton City Schools.
In a world where clutter, trash, and debris threaten your property, one man is ready to save the day. He's Container Man, your dumpster delivery superhero. Need to clear out your garage? Call Container Man. Remodeling your home? Call Container Man. Demolition waste taking over your job site? Call Container Man. From minor to major projects, Container Man has the perfect size dumpster for every task. With lightning fast delivery and the customer service of a locally owned company, he will help you restore order to your world. When you're ready to fight clutter, trash, and debris, call Container Man.
Community Credit Union, one of our great sponsors. Christmas Club Savings Account for next year. Tell me about it.
Yes, let's talk about it because now you're going to have 12 months to do this. What better time than right now to open your Christmas Club savings? There's no cost on this. This is just something that we can help you transfer automatic funds, either weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, out of your check. So that way you won't even have to worry about it. And each time that you have that transferred, either you can do it yourself or deposit into this account, or we can have automatic draft set up. That's just convenient for you. And like I said, it's just another sub account to your savings and checking at Northeast Community Credit Union. So if you have any questions, visit bemycu.org or come in and see us at one of our convenient locations or call 423-547-1200.
And you cut checks when? Next year? October, November? So when you get your checks?
Yes.
Save it up all year?
Yeah, so direct deposit could be your monthly paycheck.
Okay.
And so you can allocate a percentage of that paycheck into the Christmas Club. And that way, when you get to October, November, it's going to be built up. And so it's a great feature, and people love it.
The Christmas Club Savings Account for Christmas 2024?
Yes.
From Northeast Community Credit Union, one of our great sponsors of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. I'm back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. Let me fix this. There we go. Now let's get back to matters at hand. Let's talk the start of the NFL here in the Sports Show. Jags fired their coach, Doug Peterson, gone. Doug Peterson, Super Bowl head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles back in 2017. His record with the Jags was 22 wins and 29 losses. That's not going to get it done. He got fired. And, of course, their quarterback got hurt towards the end of the season. Trevor Lawrence, it's a dumpster fire in Jacksonville, so they're looking for a new coach there. So the playoffs look like this. Here will be, I would assume there'll be some other coaching changes coming up later today. Hello, Cindy Shields. How you doing, lady? And Joe Bell Hood. And hello to Josh Roberts and Joan and Bobby Carr, Carolyn Blevins, Gloria Coball, Steve Shipley down in Middle Tennessee. Hey, Coach. Glad you're feeling better, sir. Reba Whitehead and Said Wall. Amy Whitson. Hello, Amy. How you doing, lady? Tommy Richardson, Judy Goodwin. Thank you all for watching the show. We do have the verse today, by the way. It's a good one. They're always good. Let's look at the NFL. We'll get to the verse today in a second. We always dedicate this show to the man who hung on the cross. We're here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth, and taste test coming up. Seasonal Key Lime. We get a chance to taste test the brand new drink here at Chick-fil-A and all Chick-fil-A's. We'll be at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City on Wednesday. Tomorrow we'll be at Pizza Inn, brand new sponsor. Thursday we'll be at Poor Trav's Deli. We like going to food places. And then on Friday we'll kick off the weekend on a Food City Friday. Again, Food City here in Elizabeth. All right, so the NFL. Saw Ames the other day at the Milligan basketball game. I waved at her. She didn't see me, but I waved at her. She and the kids were there watching the game. So Milligan got that doubleheader sweep. We've got Milligan basketball Thursday night against Kentucky Christian, the Lady Buffs, back at Steve Lacy Fieldhouse. Tomorrow they go to Tennessee Wesleyan. We are high noon with you. Well, thank you, Joe Bell. You're very kind. Appreciate you very much watching the show. NFL Saturday. Is she available? Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure. You'll make one for him. Which one? Frosted. Let's try frosted. Diet. Yeah. All right. She's out dropping off a big catering job. But we're going to try it on the air. The seasonal key lime. Brand new drink here at Chick-fil-A. We're getting a frosted seasonal key lime. So here we go. We'll get that here momentarily. And we'll sample it in front of you and God and everybody. So there you go. All right, Saturday. Number 5 seed, the Chargers. Number 4 seed, Houston. We'll play at 4:30. That's the early game. The night game, here we go again. Third time they'll meet because they play each other inside the division. The Steelers, who are struggling, stumbling along, if you will. The number 6 seed will be in Baltimore, take on the Ravens and Lamar Jackson, the number 3 seed. That's on Saturday. So Chargers, Houston, game 1, the early game. Steelers in Baltimore in game 2. That's on Saturday. And so, oh yeah, I was waving. Looked like a crazy man going, Ames, Ames. So, anyway, it's the thought that counts. We saw her there on Saturday. On Sunday, who plays? Denver. Number 7 seed will be a number 2 Buffalo. Now, as we told you yesterday, the Bills got beat by New England. The Broncos shut out the Kansas City Chiefs. I have a real problem with that. I'm just telling you. It's just not right. But did they throw the game? I don't know if they threw it. I don't think that's the right terminology. But you don't play your starters, and I get that to a point. But these other teams, I mean, they were banking on Kansas City beating Denver so they could get into the playoffs, and they didn't. And the Patriots up and beat the Bills. So I will see you next time. I hope so. Maybe Thursday night we'll be there. Anyway, Denver or Buffalo. Me sitting there rambling about it in Elizabeth, Tennessee is not going to change anything. I just don't get it, but that's okay. Well, what would you do? If you're the head coach, Tom, what would you do with your starters? Would you play them or risk getting hurt, getting ready to make a playoff run? I think what I'll do the NFL exhibition format. I would play them like 1 or 2 downs just to keep them crisp and pull them off the field after that, but I would definitely have played them. I would not have given them just to keep them sharp. Or it's Patrick Mahomes, he stays sharp. I get that, but I'm not just talking about Mahomes. If it was me and I was a head coach, I'd say, guys, let's go do the first 2 series like they do in the NFL exhibition games. Each game in the NFL exhibition season, the starters play very little in the beginning. Then they get close to the start of the season, they play more. So I would have played them 1 or 2 series and pulled them. But I would have been I'd had them out there keeping them sharp. So because you have now not played for 2 weeks. Well, the professional athletes, I won't phase them. And we'll see. So it phased the college guys who got that bye week. Every one of those bye teams in the college football playoffs who had a week to set, they got beat. So there's something to be said for continuity and continuation and consistency, in my humble opinion. Denver at Buffalo, as we said on Sunday. That's the early game. The mid-afternoon game, Green Bay, the number 7 seed, will be at Philadelphia to battle the Eagles. That'll be at the 4:30. And then the night game on Sunday, the Commanders will be in Tampa Bay to battle the Buccaneers. So weather will be impacting Sunday in Buffalo for sure. Now, we're supposed to get this big, wild and crazy snowstorm that they're talking about for the entire Atlantic seaboard. So if, in fact, it happens, if it does come, then Baltimore will be impacted on Saturday, Buffalo on Sunday, Philadelphia on Sunday. Again, the night game on Sunday will be down in Tampa. The Bucs will host Washington. Then on Monday, Minnesota will play the Rams in L.A. That will not be affected. So 3 games that could be impacted by the weather for sure. The Baltimore game in Baltimore, Buffalo at home on Sunday, and Philadelphia at home on Sunday. So, but that is your playoffs. The Chiefs get the number 1 seed. They got to bye in the AFC, and the Detroit Lions likewise in the NFC. So that's what you've got in the National Football League. Upcoming playoffs are live here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. They are lined up. It's busy. We like it. You have 3 ways. You can use your app on your phone, go to the App Store, Chick-fil-A One, get that on your phone, and order it that way, then pull up to the curb and pick it up. You can go through the double-lane drive-through here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton, or do as these folks do, come in here and sit down, or get it to go. Come in and sit down in the brand new, it's been a couple of months out now, brand new lobby here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. So, again, your games, number 5 Chargers against number 4 Houston. That's a toss-up. Number 6 Steelers and number 3 Baltimore. Steelers not doing that well, I didn't think. I thought they've stumbled along in the last 5 or 6 games of the regular season. On Sunday, number 7 Denver in the AFC will be at number 2 Buffalo. Are the Broncos that good? Bo Nix has flipped the switch on that team. It's a different football team. Buffalo has stumbled along here in the last 3 or 4 games. They've had a couple of key losses along the way in the last 4 or 5 games. They got to get their mojo back up and get going. So Buffalo hosting Denver. 7th-seeded Green Bay in the NFC at number 2 Philadelphia on Sunday afternoon. Eagles quietly putting together a really, really good season. And number 6 Washington will be number 3 Tampa Bay. That's the Sunday games. The Monday game, Minnesota and the Rams in L.A. So, again, Washington, the number 6 seed, Tampa Bay, number 3 seed in the NFC on Sunday night. Then you go into, on Monday's NFL playoff game, the number 5 seed Minnesota at number 4 seed L.A. to battle the Rams. So that's what you've got. One coaching firing already. Doug Peterson gone from the Jacksonville Jags, and we'll see if there's others. We'll take a break and see if there's been others that have been let go since we drove over here to set up for the show. We're live here again. We're on the road, and we love it. We are here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth, and back after this in the Jewelers Bench on show number 2210 of the Tom Douglas Sports Show. College basketball coming up next. Heartbreaker in Knoxville yesterday. Lady Vols dug themselves a hole, battled back, had a chance to win it on a shot to win it, top of the key, rattled around, fell off. Oklahoma got it, ran down the floor, iced away the clock, and the Lady Vols lose their first game of the season. We'll talk about that next on the Tom Douglas Sports Show, and also look at college basketball as a whole. We're talking to Sherry Holtzclaw, one of our great sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Douglas Sports Show. A lot of jewelry stores out there. Why the Jewelers Bench?
So everything is done in-house. Nothing gets sent out. We do ring sizing, necklace repairs, replace stones, shorten bracelets, necklaces. We repair silver jewelry. There's not a lot of jewelry stores that will repair silver jewelry. So we're one of the ones that do. Occasionally watches, we do some watch repair. Some of it we do have to send that out occasionally, but I'll let you know when I do, so it doesn't go out without you knowing about it.
Watch batteries. They replace a lot of watch batteries. Again,
every day.
Yes. John Holtzclaw is one of the few jewelry repair people in the area. There's not many of them left, so they do jewelry repair here. Remember that. They ship all over the country. The website is
jewelersbench10.com.
The hours you're open are
Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and then Saturday, 9:30 to 2.
All right. And social media, where do we find you?
Facebook and Instagram.
And the phone number is
423-542-5600.
Be loyal, buy local. It's a mom and pop store. Been here for a long time here in Elizabethton, serving not just Elizabethton, but the entire Tri-Cities and really anywhere in the country. The Jewelers Bench, proud sponsor of the Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We are live here again at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton, where they got the new drink, the Seasonal Key Lime. Get it regular and frosted. We're getting ready to get one of those here. They got so busy, haven't had a chance to bring back or to, but they will. Coming up, we'll be checking with Brandon Sweeney coming up here in a few minutes. The Sports Information Director, Assistant Athletic Director from Milligan will get his take on the college football playoffs and also the NFL. So, you look at yesterday's college basketball games, and it was a barn burner, to say the least, down in Knoxville. Volunteers rallied from a 19-point third-quarter deficit. Awesome. The Oklahoma Lady Sooners had them by 19 points. Sarah Puckett's three-point shot with 5 seconds to go that would have won the game for Tennessee missed. Sooners get out of there 13-2, 1-1 of the league. Volunteers, Lady Vols, 1-1. They're 13-1 overall. So, Samara Spencer and Talasha Cooper each had 16 for the Lady Vols. Ruby Whitehorn added 13, but they lose a heartbreaker. Tennessee, how will her running gun, high-octane offense fit in against SEC competition? Well, looks like it's working to me. They were down 19 points and they rallied, so I'm not the guy for you to come and rattle the cage about Kim Caldwell on. So I'm a big fan, so you can tell me, but I'm not going. I think she's doing a great job. They're 13-1. They're ranked. So, and, you know, they had a shot to win at home against Oklahoma, 9th-ranked team in the country, and missed the shot. It happens. But if you want to, you know, jump on the bandwagon that she can't coach or they were overrated or whatever, I'm not the guy you want to talk to about it, because I think she's doing a great job. And they've got LSU coming in on Thursday, another chance to a big ball game. There are no cream puffs in the SEC, women's or men. Tennessee's men's team tomorrow night in Florida against the Gators. So they go right back out of the frying pan into the fire. They wore Arkansas out on the men's side on Saturday, and they'll go to Florida tomorrow night, take on the Gators at the O'Connell Center in Gainesville. So that's a big one for Tennessee. They're all big. And the Lady Vols will have LSU at home on Thursday with Kim Mulkey coming to town and her very talented LSU Lady Tiger basketball team. Hello, David Lyons, our great sponsor from Brummett Sports. Always means the world my sponsors watch. Tammy's watching from the Eagle Center. Appreciate that. David's watching Brummett Sports. Love promoting Brummett. Of course, we'll be with him. He'll do show and tell again on Friday at Food City. By the way, it's 44 degrees outside. Somebody sent me a text on my personal and said, is it snowing? I said, no, it's raining. It's 44, and I like it. All right, top 25 college basketball yesterday. No upsets. Everybody won who's supposed to win. Number 7, Kansas, a 51-point win over Central Florida. Number 9, Oregon, the Ducks beat Maryland by 4. Number 11, UConn defeated Providence by 3. 20th ranked Purdue wins yesterday over Northwestern by 18. Number 22, Illinois beat Washington by 4. And 21st ranked Memphis struggled to beat North Texas by 4. You've got one tonight. 14th ranked Houston will take on TCU, the Horned Frogs and the Houston Cougars tonight in men's top 25 college basketball. As we said, tomorrow night, top ranked Tennessee will be on the road to battle the Florida Gators in Gainesville coming up tomorrow. We've got basketball coming up Friday night. It's our conference opener. Tucker Taylor and yours truly will bring it to you. Tucker running the camera will be video and audio will be at Sullivan East. And the conference opener, the Lady Cyclones, winners of 5 in a row, be ready to go, take on the East Patriots in the conference opener. The guys have ran their record to 12 or 13-4 to go back and look. Had a big 25-point win over Johnson County on Saturday, 77-52. And so we will have both of those for you. I guess you need to put an asterisk. They're talking about this storm coming, so I guess we'll say weather permitting Friday. They're calling for this big snowstorm coming in. We'll see. So, but we're going to be there. It's on the schedule. Unless the snow gets us, we'll bring it to you. and that'll be from East High School. They call it the Patriot Palace, and we'll be there 6:15 airtime, 6:30 tip-off of the Lady Cyclones. The guys to follow, that'll be on Friday night. Tucker Taylor will be the birthday boy that day, turning the big 17. Oh, to know then what I know now to be 17. Or to know now what I knew then. No, I didn't know anything then. I was 17. So to know then what I know now, yeah, that's the way to say it. At 17 years old, but that's okay. He's a great kid. He'll run the camera for us. We'll be ready for it on Friday, weather permitting, at Sullivan East. Milligan Lady Buff basketball at 5:15 on Thursday against Kentucky Christian. We'll have that one for you, too, from Steve Lacey Fieldhouse. Hello, Carrie Reed. How you doing, lady? So her daughter and the rest of the Lady Cyclones will be ready to go on Friday night, weather permitting, at East. I can tell you this, of all the places in the Tri-Cities when it starts snowing that I'm not going to be at, we'll be out there at Bluff City at Sullivan East High School. It's beautiful out there, but if it starts snowing, that's the last place I want to be and the last place I will be. So, but I'm sure if it gets to that point, they'll make the necessary changes if we get, in fact, the snow they say we're supposed to get. Very much up in the air, of course. Quick break. Back after this, we'll take a look at high school basketball. See who's playing tonight. We got games all over the place tonight. Right now, it's all rain. It's 44 degrees. It is supposed to drop and start snowing later on. Hello, Jim Preston. How you doing, sir? I think Jim's watching, and I met him a couple of years ago at the what did I meet you at? Oh, the Lee and Jane Murray wedding anniversary celebration from Winston. I think you're in Winston-Salem, I think. Hello, sir. Glad you're watching the show. We'll take a break. We'll be right back with Elgin High School basketball. Who's playing where on this Monday? We'll do that right after this from right here at Chick-fil-A, where they got the chicken tortilla soup. It's up and running, and the regular chicken noodle soup. Good day to get it. Rainy, cold. Gonna get colder, but it's rainy and just kind of, yeah. You're in Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm sorry, sir. Got a chance to meet you. What a neat guy. I was in charge of the drinks that day. Manny and Angelique said, will you be our drink guy? I said, yeah. So I was pouring lemonade, pouring water, and I got to meet Jim Preston from Raleigh, North Carolina. He watches the show a lot, not every day, but when he does, I appreciate that. He also watches the Cyclones, and we certainly appreciate that. We got basketball coming up Friday night. Our next broadcast, as we said, at Sullivan East. So hello, Jim Preston in Raleigh, North Carolina. Met a new friend. Was it last year? I guess it was last year in the 60th wedding anniversary of the Murrays. So anyway, quick break. Back after this, talking tortilla soup from Chick-fil-A on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Hi, my name is Janae, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken tortilla soup is it makes me feel warm inside. This is what cozy feels like. This is what bundling up in a blanket next to a fireplace with people you love feels like.
And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Wow, that is good. She just brought this to me. Brand spanking new at all Chick-fil-A's. The seasonal key lime. Wow, that is really good. Plus, it helps my throat, too. The seasonal key lime, the new drink at Chick-fil-A, at all Chick-fil-A's. Get it frosted or regular, rather either with regular lemonade or I got with diet lemonade. Hello, Tommy Alderman. Love that guy. How you doing, sir? Hit that bell. We're big fans of Tommy Alderman. Good man. Watching in Kingsport, Tennessee. Hello to Johnny Burleson. We'll run down the NFL playoffs. Brendan will be here in a few minutes. Our assistant athletic director from Milligan will get his take on what he thinks in the NFL. It's got some good ones coming up. But anyway, I did check. I wanted to double check because I was in church last night. I knew it was a blowout. Did they ever score? They did not. So the final score did stand. Denver beat Kansas City 38-0. Are you kidding me? Come on. So, and the Bills got beat by the Patriots. A little bit more closer. Was it 23-19? I think is what it was. I'll double check. But anyway, Chiefs got beat 38-0. Come on. Anyway, we'll set the table for you again. Get his take on the games coming up. Again, Tennessee tomorrow night. The Volunteers will be in Florida to battle the Gators. And so that's a biggie. The Lady Vols back home against LSU on Thursday at the Food City Center in Knoxville. High school basketball tonight. Who plays where? You've got Crockett at Dobbins Minute. Science Hill travels to Greenville. Tennessee High hosting Morristown East tonight. Chucky Doak will be at Cherokee. Hampton, the Bulldogs play University High. And Mitchell County, North Carolina will be at Cloudland. Now, the mountainous schools obviously may be schedule changes or interruptions because of the weather in the mountains. We are supposed to get snow. Here it's raining and 44 right now. Here in the Tri-Cities proper, at least where I'm at here in Elizabethton. That's your schedule for tonight. This is some good ones. Crockett at Dobbins Minute. That's a conference game. Crockett is loaded. I saw, was it Cash, the center tonight, had 20 rebounds for Crockett. They can play. They're big. They can play. They've got a good basketball team. State tournament team a year ago. So DB will host them tonight at the Tribe Athletic Complex. See, who told me it's going to be this month they're going to go back into the Buck Van Ness Dome? They're getting ready to go back in there. They've got their renovations done. Also tonight, Science Hill plays at Greenville. Tennessee High hosting Morristown East at Viking Hall. Chucky Doak at Cherokee. Hampton, the Bulldogs play at University High. And Mitchell County, North Carolina will be at Cloudland. That's your games tonight. And high school basketball. And this is good. That dog will hunt right there. That's good stuff. All right, Major League Baseball. The Braves free agent, Charlie Morton, signed away. They were hoping on an outside shot that they would re-sign him. They did not. They lost Max Fried, and they also lost. He went to the Yankees, or the Mets, Yankees. Charlie Morton signs with the Baltimore Orioles. So, big pickup for the O-Birds after losing Corbin Burns. So, Orioles 2025, check this out. Now, the 2025 payroll for Baltimore is $136 million. Last year's $93 million opening day payroll. So these guys went out and spent some money, and they want return on their investment, obviously. So they get Charlie Morton, one of your frontline starters now. Hello, Michael Stansberry. How you doing, sir? And Johnny Burleson. Jim Preston in Raleigh, North Carolina. How you doing, sir? We say hello to you again. Jimmy Stout down in Georgia. Rick Ranson in Pensacola. Tommy Alderman in Kingsport. Steve Shipley in Spring Hill, Tennessee watching. We're here every day. Kerry Reed here in Elizabethton watching. You see on the screen, show number 2,210. Next month, we will be celebrating 10 years behind the microphone doing this show. People laughed at me and said, it ain't going to work. I had somebody tell me this over Christmas. You think it's working? I don't know. I got to do the final tabs. It looks like we've got 1 million views for 2024, so for the whole year and everything we've done here on Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page and YouTube. So I would take that as it's doing good, but that's just me. Psalms 25, 4 and 5, the verses of the day. We always dedicate our show to the man hung on the cross. Show me your ways, O Lord. Teach me your paths. Guide me in your truth, and teach me, for you are God, my Savior, and my hope is in you all day long. How about that? Hit that bell. Show me your ways, O Lord. Teach me your paths. Guide me in your truth, and teach me, for you are God, my Savior, and my hope is in you all day long. Psalms 25, 4 and 5 is and are the verse of the day here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Well, we saw on Saturday's game, Tony Vitello was courtside watching the basketball game as his baseball team gets ready to defend their national championship. So we're going to come back here. Let me find it. I want to play. Where is it here? I want to go back and grab that and play that again. The championship. That never gets old when you win a national championship. And I'll do that right after this. We'll get us another commercial lined up, and we'll come back. We're going to show you the Vols winning the national championship, the highlight package again right after this from Food City on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Behind every Food City meat and seafood counter is a highly trained, certified butcher that can offer seafood meal prep, suggest the perfect sides to pair, and even steam and peel your shrimp. All at no extra cost. In fact, you'll be so impressed with our butchers, you'll be asking yourself, what can't they do?
I bet he'd be great at helping with the laundry.
Okay, well, maybe not that. But at Food City, our butchers make almost everything better.
Swing and a miss! And for the first time, Rocky Top reaches the mountaintop of college baseball. They are the World Series champions. Everybody processes the moment differently, from Tony Vitello's dad to Kirby Connell to the team that just lost a nail-biter of a game. That the Volunteers win 6-5, their 60th win of the year, and a national championship in Knoxville for the baseball team.
Pretty incredible. I mean, for a team that's been here 3 of the last 4 years, the 1 year they throw in 63 pitches. He runs out of the bullpen, gets the final 3 outs. And Cal Stark, the Knoxville native, can now say he's a national champ.
What a victory for Vitello and what he has built at Tennessee. You go through the gauntlet of the SEC, you survive that, and you come to Omaha.
Well, that never gets old. I can tell you that. Watching the national championship with the Tennessee Volunteers, that was awesome. So, and they begin defense of the crown very soon as they're into workouts, getting ready to go start the season right around the corner for the Volunteers, the baseball team, and softball team for that matter. And again, the ladies lose yesterday, and the buzzer-beating winner, she missed it, Sarah Puckett. It is what it is, but to be down 19 to the 9th-ranked team in the country, you dug yourself a hole, which you didn't want to dig, of course. Not making excuses, but the fact they dug down and did a little gut check and battled back and got it down to they could take the winning shot to even win the thing. You're down 19 in the third quarter. What a great comeback for Tennessee's Lady Vols. Of course, the men wore John Calipari out. We watched his press conference on Saturday. He said, it's a wonder we didn't get beat by 50. He said, I can't remember a team. The last time I had a team anywhere that got out-rebounded by 30 rebounds. He said they owned us on the boards. That was the difference in the basketball game. That plus Tennessee just plays as you know, just airtight defense. I mean, it's clamped down D all the time. So, anyway, that's what's going on. Tennessee plays at Florida tomorrow night. Lady Vols have LSU coming up on Thursday. We've got Milligan basketball Thursday night against the ladies from Kentucky Christian. 5:15 airtime. They got a big win on Saturday. J.C. Jenkins goes over the 2,000-point mark and then probably goes out and scores 29 points. Lena Lyon had a career night. The young lady from here in Elizabeth was 17 points. They were our players of the game. The men, the big man, he is a aircraft carrier, 7-footer, Anjay Tamba. He was a player of the game. I was curious if he could speak English, but he can. He speaks very fluent English. So he came over and talked, and so did McCaskill Rivers, players of the game when the Buffs held off and beat Johnson. So it was a doubleheader sweep for the Buffs on Saturday. We had over 3,000 views. You'll love that. So we've got basketball Thursday night, the Lady Buffs, home against Kentucky Christian, 5:30 airtime. We'll go on air at 5:15, or 5:30 tip-off. We're going there at 5:15. And so they're fun to watch. They can get after it. Lauren Longmire, Samaj Clark, Lena Lyons, the obvious J.C. Jenkins, McKenna Myers. They're fun to watch. They're fun to play. They get after it too. So, and then the good things are going. In fact, our assistant athletic director from Milligan is here. We're going to take a break. We're going to work him like a barred mule. College football playoffs, NFL playoffs. The Chiefs tanked it. Come on. Got beat 38-0 by the Broncos. I'm not putting down the Broncos, but 38-0 by the Chiefs. Come on. So I'll get his take on that. Of course, we're Raiders fans. I'm listening to the broadcast today. Rich Gannon was doing the color. Did you listen to the broadcast? I thought he did a really good job. He's better than Lincoln Kennedy. At least he's positive. But he said, I was getting ready to get out and go to church right when they threw an interception. What a lousy decision. What a poor decision by O'Connell. So we got to find us a quarterback. Rich Gannon, I wish he could still play. Anyway, Brandon and I are big Raiders fans. He and I and Kenny Hawkins, there's probably a few others, but we're the big Raiders fans in the Tri-Cities, and it's another year of maybe next year, the Raiders. So anyway, he's sort of shaking his head. He joins us next talking Buff Sports, and we'll get his take on Ohio State, Texas, Penn State, Notre Dame, and the NFL playoffs. We'll put him to work. It's going to be busy. Good stuff. He joins us next. We are live here at Chick-fil-A. We'll take a break. We'll be right back after this from your heat pump. Is it ready? Cold weather's coming. We'll be down to the teens tomorrow night, Wednesday night, and Thursday night. We're supposed to get snow this afternoon. It's not snowing. It's raining. Yeah. They've missed it again. Now, my brother, you don't care about this. My brother in West Virginia, they're getting a foot of snow up there in West Virginia. I said, Hoss, you can have it. We're okay down here. Rain and 44, I can live with that. I'm okay. A foot of snow. They put out all kinds of emergency alerts out there up in West Virginia for the snow. I said, you're going to have it. We'll take rain and 44 and Brendan Sweeney next on the Tom Daly Sports.
After a long, hard day at work, all you want to do is relax at home, right? But how can you possibly relax when your home's not comfortable? If you want to feel more comfortable at home, give Advanced Heat Pump Systems a call today. With over 30 years of experience and the most innovative solutions, you can rest assured that Advanced Heat Pump Systems will make your home more comfortable. Give them a call today, 926-2665, or visit them online at advancedheatpump.com.
We're talking to our sponsor again, Daryl Cannon from Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings, proud sponsor of the Cyclones and Tom Daly Sports Show. So for folks who've never been here, tell us all about Cannon's. What's it all about?
Oh, goodness. Family-owned business. We are always a Cannon's in-house usually. I mean, we're here for our customers. We want to support our community. We love our little town. Elizabethton is such a sweet place to live in. And we got 4 grandkids. They're all involved in sports, softball, baseball, volleyball, soccer. So we enjoy that aspect of our community and enjoy our customer. We love to see people come in and love to talk to them and just have a good time.
42 years. So how do we find you on social media?
We have a Facebook page that is tremendously visited. We have probably around 15,000 followers each month. and that's a good way. CannonsHomeStore.com is our website. Full picture catalog of, I think there's 1.2 million things on our website.
Wow.
Now, we don't have all that in the store, but it just shows how much we can get. Have a lot of things of it in the store, but we don't, of course, don't have room for a million products.
Hours are open.
Open 10 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 on Saturday. This coming next Friday would be open until 8 that night. It's the downtown Thirst Friday event. Looking forward to that.
And the phone number?
423-543-6937.
One of our great sponsors again right here at the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. The great folks right here at Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings in downtown Elizabethton. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, my buddy Brandon Sweeney's in the house. How you doing, sir?
Doing well.
Yes.
Good to see you.
Oh yes, we were together on Saturday.
Yep.
Doubleheader sweep, passing out some hardware this week in the conference, Appalachian Athletic Conference. So take it away. We'll get into. We're going to put you to work here.
Yeah.
Get your take in a few minutes on the playoffs.
Absolutely.
But Milligan's doubleheader sweep, ladies, wore 'em out. Wore 'em out.
Yeah.
107-85 beat Johnson to nail that one down, and then the guys with a big win over Johnson as well, the Royals out of Knoxville. And they're a good basketball team. Both
they are.
Girls
Yes.
and guys. Well coached. Both teams beat two good teams, so passing out some awards. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so J.C. Jenkins for the women was able to win the Women's Offensive Player of the Week this week for her part in 2 wins. We took down number 7 Cumberland's on the road last week in a non-conference matchup, and in that game she had 22 points, and she also broke the 2,000-point mark in her career. And then obviously on Saturday she came back and put up 29 points in the game against Johnson, which is a team that's receiving votes. So 2 really big offensive performances by her, definitely deserving of the award. And then on the men's side, Anjay Tamba, who had a really great game, really on both ends, offensively and defensively. He earned the Defensive Player of the Week award on the men's side this week. So 4 blocks and a steal, 10 rebounds, a double-double, 22 points. Just a really strong performance from him. He's been putting up double-doubles really consistently over the last few weeks. So super excited for both of them to get those awards. And in addition, we had 2 swimmers win Swimmer of the Week this week as well. So home meet against University of the Cumberlands on Saturday morning, and on the men's side, Robert Adam, who's been really good all year. He won Swimmer of the Week, 200-meter individual medley. He was the champ by more than 7 seconds, and then in the 50-meter breaststroke, he came in second and had a qualifying time. So, and then on the women's side, Madison Akbari, she swam in just the 50-meter freestyle, but she won and also got a provisional national qualifying time. So really good work from Milligan athletes this week, and a bunch of things to write up today for me.
No notes, folks. He's got, I don't know, he doesn't. He's got nothing. It's all up in his noggin. So I don't know what I did an hour ago. So impressive. But so are the Milligan University student athletes putting on a show. They're great. Mm-hmm. We've got a doubleheader tomorrow night. We'll be with them on the road at Tennessee Wesleyan. We'll go see the ladies start, what, 5:30?
Yep, 5:30.
So we'll go in there at 5:15 with the pregame from Athens, Tennessee, land of the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs. Big doubleheader tomorrow night. Audio only. right here on the Tom Daly Sports Show. We'll bring it to you. Guys and girls will follow the Lady Buffs of Kylie Greer and then turn right around and bring the Bill Robinson-led men's team. So we're excited about getting on the bus and heading with Milligan down to Tennessee Wesleyan. Thursday, we're back at Steve Lacey with Kentucky Christian. The Lady Buffs will have a single women's game only at 5:30. Is that right?
That's right.
5:15 airtime. So we got some Milligan Buff basketball for you. We're very excited about that, in addition to the Elizabethton broadcast we bring you. So a double dip tomorrow night, audio only. We'll be on the road bringing it to you. Haven't done that for a while. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Used to do this all the time on the road, college play-by-play. Haven't done it for a while, so I'm excited getting on the bus and riding with the guys and the gals and head down and get us a doubleheader sweep. Our teams are playing well right now.
They are. They're playing really well. Our women are tied for second in the conference standings now. Johnson is a team that was at the top. So they, in winning that game, the Milligan women ended up tying them in the standings at 7-2. So really, really good game for them to get to win, because it puts them really right at the top below Reinhardt in the standings. And then on the men's side, they're 5-4 in the conference, but really, I mean, you look back at their schedule, there's a couple games that they probably feel like they should have won.
Yep.
Small 3-point, 2-point losses. They're 5 points away from being 7-2 in conference as well. So winning that game against Johnson, that was a team that was 7-2 in conference, Johnson, on the men's side. And so that's, again, beating a team that's higher up on the standings than you are, and that's always important as you get further into a season.
We're here live at Chick-fil-A, the new drink. It's awesome. Seasonal lime. Man, this thing is good. That dog will hunt right there. That's good. Seasonal key lime. You get it either frosted or the coffee.
I love key lime. I'm going to have to give me one of those later.
Oh, man, that's good. That's real good. I got the diet lemonade. You got lemonade regular or diet. I got the diet lemonade in there. So it's then the new sandwich is the grilled spicy deluxe up on the menu board. So everything else stays the same. But the new drink, if you like key lime, and I do, that is really, really good. So good stuff. We appreciate them being our great sponsor here on the Tom Daly Sports Show, and also, of course, on Cyclone Basketball. So we'll be with Milligan tomorrow night. Airtime again at 5:15. Audio only on the road at Tennessee Wesleyan down in Athens, Tennessee, which geographically is between Knoxville and Chattanooga. Get a little ride down on the bus and get on there and just kick back and let somebody else do the driving. That's going to be good. Can't wait. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Looking forward to calling the ball game. Love being around these guys. There's no other school I know in the country. I've been at this a long time. At the end of the game, win or lose, they come out and circle, whether it's volleyball, in this case basketball season, and they circle and say a prayer led to end the game between the two teams that's battled on the floor. I don't know anybody else does that, do you? So,
no.
And so then one of the volleyball games, and they had it was the night we had the, what they call it, not the March Madness, but the tip-off night.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it right.
Madness, yep.
Midnight Madness, there you go. Well, Coach Robinson brought everybody down out of the stands. Fans, players, had one big to pray for all the flood victims back then from Hurricane Helene here in the region.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. By the way, I got a picture this morning on Facebook over in Swanoke, North Carolina. They got campers, pop-up campers. People where their houses were, they're gone. They're living out of pop-up campers. So when you complain about it's hot, it's cold, this ain't right, this is not good, remember there are people, Swanoke, North Carolina is probably 25, 30 miles from here, I guess. I'm not sure. It's not that far away.
Mm-hmm.
It's in our neck of the woods. They're sleeping in campers. Some are sleeping in tents up in Upper Carter County, up in Pogie. Saw last night where they had a medical emergency, and the bridge washed out again last week. So the Carter County Sheriff's Department got on I want to call it a gator. Anyway, they went where they shouldn't have been able to go to get this person. Otherwise, the ambulance would have to go all the way to North Carolina and then circle back down in and come on the backside of Carter County to pick this gentleman up. And so the Carter County Sheriff's Department did what, a yeoman's job to get them down out of there when they get them to an ambulance and get them to the hospital quicker. So that's what we're dealing with here, folks. We've moved on with the media. We've said this time and time again. They've moved on to something else. But this is not a sprint, it's a marathon. There's still people out there that are hurting and don't have much. And now we're getting ready to get down into, Winter storms supposed to be coming in here this weekend. Temperatures the next 3 nights down to the teens. So when you start, my point of this, when you start belly aching, and we all do, just remember there's people out there within the sound of our voices here that are still picking up the pieces that lost everything and living out of campers, living out of tents, trying to get it together. So there you go. So then we start talking about the NFL and go, does it really matter that the Chiefs tanked it and let the Broncos beat them 38-0? Now, you and I hate the Chiefs because we're Raiders guys.
Right.
I just don't think that's right. I don't know. There's just something wrong about that because the other two teams are hinging on the Chiefs winning the game to give them a chance to get into the playoffs after 16, 17, 18 games, whatever they play in the regular season. They play 17?
Yeah, 17 now.
17 now? So you go all season, you get down to this game, you're thinking, okay, and on paper, Kansas City, 2-time defending Super Bowl champ, should have no problem beating the Broncos. That's not slighting the Broncos, but the Chiefs are the Chiefs. In turn, Broncos beat them 38-0. So the teams that were banking on the Chiefs winning, thinking, okay, we got an outside shot. I guess Bengals were one of those.
Yep.
Thought they were going to be able to make it if the Broncos won. If the Broncos got beat. Well, they didn't. They won 38-0. Did they throw the game? I don't know if they threw it, but you didn't play most of your starters. But then, as I said before you got here, okay, if I'm the coach, Tom, what would you do? Would you play your starters, take a chance of getting them hurt, going to the playoffs? What I would do, I want to see what you would do. What I would do, I would treat them like an NFL exhibition game. I'd let them play the first couple of series, keep them fresh, keep them crisp, and say, okay, just want you out there to go, just keep. Otherwise, we'll not have played for 2 weeks. Right. And we saw in college football, the teams got the buys, didn't do too good because the consistency and the continuity stopped. What would you do?
I'm with you. I think I would have done the same thing. I would have, played them for a series or two, seen if, even if they didn't do well, that's fine. They come out after those 2 series. It's you're trying to keep your guys healthy for the playoffs. And I think in the Chiefs' case specifically, it's kind of geared that way because I don't think that they particularly care about the regular season. No. And like last year, I think was a great example of that. They last season were not very efficient offensively. They finished the year 11-6, which it's still a good record, but it was not an efficient season last year. And then once they got to the playoffs, it didn't matter. They just found a way to win, and they got to the Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl. So for the Chiefs, I don't think they really care a whole lot about the regular season, and that kind of makes me think that's why they did what they did on Sunday. It's like, the game doesn't matter. We'll be fine in the postseason. I'm not worried about a layover. We'll figure it out. So I think in the mind of Andy Reid, that's where he was thinking.
I've gone on record all season long. I'll go on again and tell you the Chiefs will not be in the Super Bowl. They have won all these games. Now, they're going to say a good team finds a way to win. All right, but you go back. They've had this last-second field goal. They've had all these ways that they've won on the last, well, not necessarily the last play, but down the last 3 or 4 minutes of the game, they found a way to win. Now, you would say, some would say, well, that's a sign of a good football team. Well, okay. I would say that, of course, I don't like them to begin with. I'm a Raiders guy, and I've told you that right up front. And I respect them, but I don't like them. But I'm thinking, you've won by the hair of your chin multiple times this season. One of these days, the bubble's going to burst, I think. I just don't think they're the Super Bowl team this year. I'll be sitting there probably in February going, well, Tom, back on January the 6th, you sound like an idiot because you said they weren't going to win. I just don't think. I don't think they've got the horses to do it this year. They may prove me wrong, but we'll see. They are the number 1 seed. They do get the bye. So the first games, let's take a look at Saturday's games. The number 5 seed Chargers at the number 4 seed, the Houston Texans. Who do you like there?
I like the Chargers there. Texans are reeling. I think they're really hurt right now. They don't have really important players offensively. Stephon Diggs is out. Obviously, Tank Dell's out. And so that offense is definitely depleted off what it was in the regular season. Last few weeks of the regular season, they've had a really tough go of it offensively. C.J. Stroud's regressed, it feels like, too. I think the Chargers will have what it takes to take that one from Houston.
So how good a coach is Harbaugh? Leaves Michigan winning a national championship, dodged a bullet. We know what all happened up in Michigan, got out of there ahead of the posse, moves to the Chargers, comes right in the first year, puts them in the 5th seed, puts them in the playoffs? Is that him? Is that the team? Is that the system? Does he get the credit? I mean, is it all about him? What do you think about Harbaugh getting in the first year?
Well, I think you look at his track record and what he's done over his career in San Francisco, and then at Michigan, and then here in L.A., and they've all been turnarounds. He gets to the program, turns it around, and they're competitive for a long period of time. And I think in regards to him coming in at the NFL level, he's already done it. He's got the experience. He knows what needs to be done to win games. So he came in to a organization that had a lot of dysfunction before, coaching staffs that just didn't know how to win. They would be, productive offensively. Their defense would be horrible. Then this year he comes in, he says, okay, we're going to build a well-rounded unit. We're going to have staff members that I can trust on both sides, and we're going to run the type of team that I want to run. And the thing is, all the players have bought into that. And so since they've bought in, it's taken them to this height where they can be in the playoffs, and I think go decently far in it. I think they'll win the wild card round, and will be definitely a tough test whoever they face in the next round.
3 of the 4 teams in the AFC West are in the playoffs. The one team that is not, the Raiders. Our boys didn't do so well. We'll talk about them in a moment. The other game on Saturday, this will be, again, with the weather, I haven't looked at the forecast. I'm assuming this big winter storm is going to impact the Atlantic seaboard. If it does, then Baltimore will certainly be in the crosshairs. Baltimore will be hosting Pittsburgh on Saturday night. Could be a snow event. I don't know what the weather is for Baltimore yet. You got 3 games this weekend will be impacted potentially by weather in Buffalo, in Philadelphia, and the Saturday game, Baltimore number 3 against the number 6 seed Steelers. Steelers are reeling. They're free-falling. They're not doing well. They got to turn around playing for the 3rd time this season. Can they pull off the upset? Are the Ravens for real? Can they make a run for the Super Bowl? What do you think?
I don't know about the Super Bowl, but I don't think they'll lose to the Steelers.
Okay.
And I think the Steelers, it feels like they're the same team every year. They get their record to like 9-8 or 10-7, and then they make the playoffs and they get bounced in the first round because they got, they just don't have an offense. For a time, you looked at what they were doing in the middle of the year with Russell Wilson coming back, and you were saying, okay, their offense might be decent, might be okay. But I think over time that's been exposed, especially over the last 5 weeks in their losing streak. So, the Steelers I don't think pose much of a threat to the Ravens, and especially if it's snowing, the Ravens' run game is going to feast. And I think the Steelers, they just don't have a run game. So it's going to be tough for them to do anything offensively.
I think Najee Harris went out hurt, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah, he did.
yesterday anyway, running back for the Steelers. Hello, Coach White. Hello to Ed Manderfield. Hello to Laney Bartlett, some folks watching the show. Greg Hatfield, Taria Harms, Michael Stansberry, Johnny Burleson, Tommy Alderman, Jim Preston, and Raleigh, North Carolina watching. Thank you, sir. All right, so Sunday you got a triple header. If you're an NFL football junkie, this may be your best week. You got 2 on Saturday, got 3 on Sunday, and, of course, the Monday night game. On Sunday, Denver and Buffalo. The Bills lose to the Patriots. They lose to the Patriots. Are you kidding me? Come on. So what's up with the Bills? They've got, as we said, Denver coming in there. The Broncos got a head of steam. They got some mojo. That should be an interesting football game.
It will be. Buffalo is always a conundrum to me. When they make the playoffs, I always feel like this is their year to make the Super Bowl, and then something goes wrong. They run up against the Chiefs, or they just can't put up enough points. And I think the game against the Patriots, I don't really take it a lot of it out of it because they played Trubisky for the majority of the game, if not the whole game. I can't remember if he played the first series or not, but Trubisky was out there. The offense is going to be different, obviously, without Josh Allen. So I think the offense will be fine. The defense is what concerns me a bit because Joe Milton, for the Patriots, a rookie from Tennessee, went out there in his debut and he carved him up. He played great. And that's tough to do in your first ever start, to go out and carve up the Buffalo Bills defense, which typically is pretty strong. So that's slightly concerning going into the playoffs and playing the Broncos, who offensively I think have been fairly good in the second half, especially this year.
The mid game on Sunday, 4:30 kickoff in Philadelphia. The Eagles number 2 seed against the Packers number 7 seed. To me, the Packers, I think they're overrated. I mean, they're there, but I just think they're kind of mediocre at best right now. And the Packer fans may take exception to that, but it's okay. Philadelphia could be a team that could really, they get it going, they can play. What's your take on this one? What do you think?
I think you're right on the Packers. I would say they're better than mediocre, but I would say that they're a little overrated. People are looking at what they've done and saying that they're, some world beater contender. I wouldn't say that. They haven't won a game against the 2 division opponents this year that they were behind, Minnesota and Detroit. They lost all 4 of those games. So you look at that and you say, is that really a contender, or is it just a team that's good but not good enough?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. They're not mediocre. They just don't wow me.
Exactly, yeah. And Philadelphia, I think, yes, they certainly have the ability to be
make a
unstoppable.
Run.
I mean, make the Super Bowl, win the Super Bowl. I always just wonder about them because it feels like there's always some sort of dysfunction or some sort of issue.
Drama.
Drama happening behind the scenes or on the sideline that you don't expect. So that's the only thing that I think could derail them is any sort of drama that could pop up. But I like Philadelphia. In terms of talent, they might be the best team in the NFL.
That's what I think. I think if they get it going, all the parts and pieces are all moving in the right direction, they're going to be tough to handle. Packers there in Philadelphia on Sunday afternoon. Weather could be a problem. I'm going to look it up here in a minute while you're talking. Washington, Tampa Bay, the Commanders and the Buccaneers, still want to say the Redskins, and there's movement to take it back to the Redskins.
There is.
So they're going to be in Tampa Bay on Sunday night. Weather should not be a problem, certainly not the cold anyway. I don't know if it's supposed to rain or whatever in Tampa, but it won't be cold like it will be in the Atlantic Seaboard cities. So Tampa Bay, the number 3 seed, Washington, the number 6 seed in the NFC. These two teams are real?
Yeah, this is a game that I look at these two opponents and I say that they're probably lucky they're facing each other, because I think if I look at the NFC playoff picture, I think if Tampa was playing Green Bay, I think Green Bay wins that. I think if Washington was playing Philadelphia, I think Philadelphia destroys Washington probably. But in the case where they're at right here with, Washington playing Tampa Bay, it's going to be an interesting game because these two offenses have shown that they can put up points. The defenses also have played well recently. And I think Washington kind of gives Jaden Daniels gives Washington a chance, I think, against Tampa Bay because I'm not really sold on the consistency of Tampa Bay, especially since what we saw this last weekend with Tampa Bay. They played so poorly. They nearly lost to the Saints. They ended up playing decently in the fourth quarter to get the lead back and take the win. But we'll see about Washington if they can get their offense kind of rolling a little bit more against Tampa Bay in this first round.
Sunny and 39 in Philadelphia on Sunday. I was looking up while he was talking. I wasn't ignoring him. So you got snow and 29 in Buffalo on Sunday. So with winds 14 miles an hour. So that's going to be brutal in Buffalo. Won't be for Buffalo fans, but it'll be brutal for non-Buffalo fans. And in Baltimore, let's see what they're going to have weather-wise, and we'll get into the Monday night game. We're here live. We're talking to our buddy Baltimore, Maryland weather. Here we go. See what they've got on Saturday. They've got, let's see here. Here we go. Let's go down and see playing Saturday. No, they're playing Saturday. They'll play in 34-degree temperatures, partly cloudy. So, but then it says winter storm warning up there for Baltimore. When is this? Oh, it's now. It's going on now. So, by the weekend. So, really, I'm wrong. That's a shocker. So,
just the temperatures.
Yeah, Buffalo will be the ones playing in snow and cold, and the other two are in the upper 30s. So, the other two being Philadelphia and Baltimore. Monday night, Minnesota and L.A. to battle the Rams. Vikings, the 5th seed in the NFC. 4th seed are the Rams in L.A. Who wins that one?
Well, I think Minnesota is going to want to get the bad taste out of their mouth
From
after
yesterday?
last night against
Yeah.
Detroit.
Yeah.
I right now I think the Rams are just not offensively. They don't have any sort of semblance of rhythm.
No
it feels
continuity,
like.
no.
Yeah, like the last 3 weeks of the regular season, their offense has just been really struggling. I mean, not been able to put anything together, but their defense has been holding them up. I don't think their defense is going to be able to hold them up against Minnesota. So I think the Vikings take that one.
I watched it last night. Very frustrating for the Vikings. I got down, knocking on the door, and had to settle for field goals.
Yeah.
Could not score inside the red zone. Got field goals, but couldn't get touchdowns on a consistent basis. Lions win it. They're the number 1 seed in the NFC. The Chiefs, number 1 seed in the AFC. If it's set up like that now, do you see the Chiefs and the Lions in the Super Bowl since they're both number 1 seeds or not?
I don't know. I would love for the Lions to make the Super Bowl. I think that as a team, they're probably the best built, except defensively they have so many injuries that I don't know if they're going to be able to keep up with a crazy offense like possibly Philadelphia or even Washington. If they got there, their offense probably would be tough for the Lions to keep up with defensively. I think, last night Minnesota had so many opportunities to score, they just couldn't convert. And it wasn't. I would say it wasn't even necessarily always the defense that made that happen. It was just mistakes or just errors that made them unable to score. So I think a good offense could take down Detroit. I hope they don't. I kind of been rooting for Detroit to make the Super Bowl this year. And on the AFC side, it's anybody's game, in my opinion. I think Buffalo could get there. Baltimore could get there. Kansas City. I'd say even the Chargers, if they had a really good game, I think even the Chargers could get into the Super Bowl if they play really well defensively, which they've been doing for most of the year.
Something tells me, and I got nothing to base on except the old gut feeling, but something tells me keep an eye on Baltimore. So the Ravens, Lamar, putting up some MVP numbers, and they've got all the components. But then you look at the Raiders beat them back early in the season, which that's what was wrong with them that day. But I just think the Ravens, I think they can get it going, get it on the roll, and we'll see. I just don't think the Chiefs will be there for the Super Bowl. But Lord, if I had it all together, I would be sitting here in Elizabeth. I'd be somewhere on some national show, but I don't, and this is my feeling. But Mahomes and those guys are excellent. I love what Patrick Mahomes stands for. I've been reading about him. He does not have any qualms sharing his faith, and I appreciate that in this day and age when everybody's a bunch of weenies. Not everybody will say who they really are, and he steps right out there. As did the quarterback for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Man, he was all about it in his post-game comments. And then the coach from Boise State.
Yeah, Spencer Danielson.
Oh, rock solid pack. We have pulled that. We're going to play that, try and get that on tomorrow or Wednesday on the show. His comments about his belief in the Lord and how important the Lord is in his life, which should be for all of us. Hello, Pete Welch. Hello, Lisa Baker. How you kids doing? We're live here again at Chick-fil-A. The new drink is the seasonal key lime. This rascal is good. Holy smokes. I'll give you one of these. Got this one to test, but I'll get one to purchase and go out the door, and I head on down the road here in a little while. So very, very good. Also, the sandwich is the grilled spicy deluxe at Chick-fil-A. And they've slowed down a little bit. It's been stacked out there on the 2-lane drive-thru. You can go that way, come in the lobby to eat with us, or you can get on the phone and go to the App Store and get Chick-fil-A One, put it on your phone, order it that way, and over a period of time, enough purchases, you'll accrue enough points, get free food from Chick-fil-A. Plus, on a day like today, I just checked, it's 40 degrees. We have dodged the weather bullet to this point, but you can come in and get you some chicken tortilla soup or chicken noodle soup. Only person that made chicken noodle soup better than Chick-fil-A is my late grandmother, so she could make it, but this chicken noodle soup in here is really, really, really good. All right, college football. We'll get his take before we get out of here. And again, we'll be with him tomorrow. We'll be with Milligan on the road, bringing you the Buffs at Tennessee Wesleyan tomorrow, doubleheader, audio only. Ladies at 5:30, the men to follow. It's going to be a fun night of basketball. I can't wait. These guys can play, and these ladies can play. They get up and down the floor. They're led for the ladies by Lena Lyon from here in Elizabethton. Jenna Hare gets a lot of playing time. Lexi Irvin from Kingsport, a lot of local girls, and of course the go-to. And when I had her on the show for the player of the game the other day, I said, "You remind me of Larry Bird." She said, "Yeah." I said, "No emotion. She just plays."
Oh, yeah.
JC just plays.
Yep.
And she is so coy, I guess. You think you got her bottled up right at the block, she'll do a step back and fall away jump shot from 8. You think you got her inside posting up, she'll go outside and drop a 3 on you. I mean, she can play.
Yep.
And it's not just scoring. She does assists, does rebounding, block shots, total package. JC Jenkins out of Gray. What a treat to call her game. So we'll have those tomorrow night, audio only. Looking forward to it. On the road down in Athens at Tennessee Wesleyan. Ohio State, Texas, and Penn State and Notre Dame. We'll start with that second one. The Nittany Lions and the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. Who wins that game?
Well, I think the Fighting Irish surprised me quite a bit in that game against Georgia, being able to really kind of dominate play the way they did. And I was not expecting that going into it. But as I have said on your show several times earlier this year, I love Penn State. So
you did.
I'm picking Penn State because I think it's going to be a Penn State-Ohio State rematch in the national championship.
Well, he sat right here and said Penn State's got all the components to win, and I thought he was smoking something, but he's close. He's a game away from being correct. They got Notre Dame. I thought Notre Dame outplayed Georgia. I'm not sure. Well, at one point, a couple of those plays that Freeman pulled off, he outcoached Kirby Smart. Now, I don't know what – I'm sure it weighed into the fact that Kirby lost his father. I mean, that's huge.
Yeah.
His father passed away, which I think he was dealing with all that during the game. And he fell, I think, that day in New Orleans, his father, and died from complications from surgery. He's 76 years old. So you're out on the field. I'm going to make excuses. But you're out on the field, and you know your dad's in a hospital not doing well. It's got to weigh on you. I mean, come on. Let's face it. It would weigh on any of us. Am I making excuses? No. But I would not say he was totally dialed into the ball game, nor were the receivers from Georgia. Good night. I'd have them boys on a Uber. You all are thumbing back to Athens. You ain't riding on the bus with me. And they did it all year long. The stat, at one point, the announcer said they've had 37 or 38 drop passes, number one in the country. Now, that one to the 86, I think his name was Bell, if I'm not mistaken, the big tight end. I mean, he was open from here to the counter. Dropped the ball. I mean, he scored. He just catches, he can run in untouched, wide open, dropped the ball, hit him in the hands. So everybody said Gunnar Stockton had a crummy game. I don't think so. I thought it was manageable. He didn't wow him, but there was games Carson Beck didn't wow him either. But he got the ball out to the receivers, couldn't hang on to it. And then Notre Dame came ready to play. I mean, they were stout. Their quarterback played very well, so I was a little surprised how easily they manhandled Georgia, but they did. So Notre Dame's got some mojo. Penn State's got some mojo. Everybody said they haven't played anybody to get to where they are, but you still say they're the team to beat.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think that they have what it takes on both sides. I think their defense is tremendous. I mean, it's going to be really tough to create any offense against Penn State. I think they played just so stout on the defensive side, and offensively, I like what they can do with their two running backs. And Drew Aller at quarterback is going to be the number one pick next year. Calling it.
Interesting. I've not seen him play this year, so I'm going to ride the rails on him and take Penn State. I'm not enamored over Notre Dame anyway to begin with, but you got to respect them. They have put together, and the transfer portal has helped them, to say the least. They rattled off 4 or 5 guys that had key contributions.
Starting quarterback
transfer from Duke. Yep. So the transfer portal has very much helped the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Ohio State, Texas, Buckeyes and Longhorns. Who do you like?
I think Ohio State is probably the best team left in the field, and that's coming off of me just saying that Penn State is going to make win the championship. I think the only way they're going to be able to do that is to really play a perfect game against Ohio State, because the Buckeyes, really across the board, you look at their roster and there's no weakness.
They toyed with Tennessee, and they toyed with Oregon. I mean, they toyed with them. Let's call it the way it is. And you say, well, you're in middle Tennessee country. It is what it is. 42-17, it's a smackdown. Then you thought, okay, Oregon's going to have something for them. They didn't have anything for them. They were worse than Tennessee, I thought.
Yes,
I mean,
I
they just
agree
got
with you.
obliterated.
I
So,
agree.
and the Buckeyes, I said it after the game, after they beat Tennessee, I said they got the horses to make a run. I mean, they got them. They got all the parts and pieces. Turning out, really, the best thing I should say could have happened to the Ohio State's getting beat by Michigan.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that flipped the switch, looked like to me. So I'm not a Buckeye guy per se, but you got to appreciate what they've got. Well, they got all that transfer portal money, NIL money, not transfer portal, but NIL money. Okay, so does everybody else. So that doesn't mean anything. And even just because you got it, don't mean you're utilizing it, but they're utilizing their talent. They're very good. I think Texas. I'll go back to that targeting call. I think that one call changed the dynamics of that football game. The targeting call they didn't call, and they come back now and said it was a targeting, and it would have changed the outcome of the game, or certainly changed how it could have ended. I can't say it changed the dynamics, but it was big, and so Arizona State didn't come up with what they wanted, but they gave Texas everything, and I'm not enthralled by Texas. I'm like you. I think it's Ohio State, and you say Penn State with the national championship. All right, so. It's two Big Teners.
It is.
That means the SEC. So I saw on Facebook yesterday, he said, where's all those SEC coaches? They've got quiet all of a sudden. We're not hearing from Lane Kiffin. We're not hearing from any of these other coaches that were going on about the SEC. What's it say to you that all four teams got byes lost?
It says to me that college athletes are athletes that depend on their routine, because having that extra week did not serve them well at all.
Mm-hmm.
They struggled when they came back. Most of them. I mean, Oregon looked just putrid in a game that you would have thought they would have played really well, and they beat Ohio State earlier this year. This game looked nothing like that one.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it is like having that extra week a lot of times can create sluggishness, or just kind of the sharpness goes away because you've had extra time off. So I think it's tough to say that a bye is not a advantage, because it is. Like, you get further without having to play a game, but at the same time you kind of want to be playing games.
Yeah, want to keep. Yeah, you've played all this time, week in, week out. You got a routine. Get out of the routine. It kind of throws everybody off kilter, and sitting out a week. Obviously, all four teams lost, so there's something to be said for that. So we'll see. It's all coming down to a head. The college football this week and the NFL this weekend. Milligan Sports. Anything you want to know about Milligan, go to the website, right?
Oh, yeah. Head to milliganbuffs.com. You got stories on there, game recaps. Going to have 3 stories going up today, one for the 2 swimmers, and then one for JC and one for Andre Tamba for their Player of the Week awards. And there's schedules, rosters, anything you want on the website.
You got it. He does a great job. Thank you, sir. You hungry?
Oh, yeah.
Are you hangry?
I don't think I'm hangry, but
and the granddaughter says she gets hangry. I said, what does that mean? She says, I'm hungry. I'm so hungry, I'm mad. I said, okay, well, we'll kill the hangry then. So, But you're not hangry. You're just hungry.
Nah, just hungry.
There you go. We'll come back, close it out right after this. We are here live at Chick-fil-A on the Tom Daly Sports.
Hi, my name is Brian, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A mac and cheese is you can taste the different types of cheeses and the blends that they use, and everything just comes together. It's like a delicate dance. They're like perfection in every bite.
Jewelers Bench has been providing our customers the highest quality jewelry at incredible prices for over 20 years. With our own jeweler in-house, we offer custom-made pieces, as well as general maintenance and repair services, and unique jewelry for all occasions. Whether you're shopping for yourself or someone special, we can help make your holidays bright. Stop in to see our vast selection and make this Christmas even more special. Highest quality for the best price, only at the Jewelers Bench.
Hi, my name is Janae, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken tortilla soup is it makes me feel warm inside. This is what cozy feels like. This is what bundling up in a blanket next to a fireplace with people you love feels like.
And that'll do it from right here at Chick-fil-A, where it's peppering down the rain and 40 degrees, no snow. For now, anyway. Thanks again to our guests coming by. Of course, Andrea DeMoss from Northeast Community Credit Union, and obviously our buddy Brandon Sweeney, the Assistant Athletic Director from Milligan. Back with you tomorrow at Pizza Inn, brand new sponsor. We'll be there right down the street, ready to push that buffet and push all the pizzas and the salads and the spaghetti and the rotini noodles and the chocolate pudding. Everything's on that bar. We'll tell you all about that. And the breakfast pizza, all that tomorrow at Chick-fil-A here. We'll be there tomorrow. Chick-fil-A in Johnson City on Wednesday. Thursday at Poor Trav's Deli, and Friday we'll be on the road right down the street to kick off the weekend at Food City on a Food City Friday. So, again, thanks for being with us. We're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours as always, and we'll reconvene tomorrow at 11 o'clock. We'll be, as we said, at Pizza Inn. Let's wrap it up with the verse today. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross, and it goes like this. Psalms 25, 4 and 5 says, "Show me your ways, O Lord. Teach me your paths." Verse 5, "Guide me in your truth and teach me, for you are God my Savior, and my hope is in you all day long." Good way to end it. And again, the drink today, the new drink is a seasonal key lime. It's awesome. And the new sandwich is the grilled spicy deluxe at all Chick-fil-A's, and we are here today at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth. And back tomorrow at 11 o'clock, ready to bring it to you from Pizza Inn. Until then, we'll tell you as always, bloom where you planted and win or lose. Be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number 2210 of the Tom Douglas Sports Show, live today at Chick-fil-A